Hello, and welcome to today's subscriber contract. Security, set in Berlin and supplied to us today by Paul Anderson 37. So moving on to our briefing, 47 is not on the list, so he ain't coming in. Little do they know, he knows the club better than the staff. Make an example of these 5 power-hungry staff. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with a free map. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location. We're going to have a silenced pistol stored up in the staff entrance room, and we'll be bringing with us a remote micro taser and an exploding Christmas gift. So right from the start and off the bat, we can see 2 of our targets right here guarding the door, and we're going to make our way around to the side entrance and retrieve firstly our silenced pistol, and secondly the briefcase that it comes in. So once we have both of these items, we can then head back out to the car park area, and we need to remove one gentleman from the equation, and that's the gentleman directly ahead of us in the dungarees or the overalls, as he will get in our way a little bit. He will slow us down. So once he gets over into the car park proper, we're going to throw our briefcase over by the bicycles to our right. He will then come over to investigate, and we can then get behind him. We're going to render him unconscious, and then we're going to deposit him in one of the 2 nearby dumpsters. So once he's safely unconscious, we're just going to drop him in the nearest dumpster here. We're going to make our way around to the red car you can see just in front of us, and we're going to place our micro explosive just on the front of the car here. So anywhere will do as long as it's out of sight. It is a micro explosive, so being out of sight isn't really tricky. We're then going to pull out our silenced pistol and put 1 bullet into the car, and that will attract the attention of one of the 2 doormen. Doesn't matter which one will come round as long as it's one of them, and it looks like it's the hefty gentleman coming first of all, and when he gets level with the car, we can then detonate the micro explosive for an accident explosion. So that's obviously going to cause some panic, so we're just going to hide ourselves away in one of the dumpsters until everybody has calmed down and the body cleanup has begun. We're then going to basically do the exact same thing with the silver car next to the red one we've just blown up, except this time we'll be using the exploding Christmas gift. So just going to place the gift at the front of the car somewhere, move a safe distance away. We'll select our silenced pistol nice and ready, and then we're just going to wait for the guard to return from body clear up. And once he's back in position, just like we did before, we're going to pull out our silenced pistol, put a bullet into the vehicle. We're going to select our detonator and move an even safer distance away. And when our second doorman comes round to investigate, once he gets level with the car, just like we did before, we are going to trigger our explosive, and away he goes. So 2 targets down. The next 3 are a little bit more complicated, so we're going to hop over the barrier here and around the containment tanks, I'm going to call them. Just be aware that people will be in panic mode, so we do need to be a little bit careful as we are now trespassing. So we're just going to wait here for everyone to go back to their usual routines, and the 2 gentlemen ahead of us should turn their backs. Our next target is up on the bridge having a cigarette, So all we have to do is go and give her a gentle nudge, and over she goes for an accident fall. And then we're going to run around, giving the two gentlemen on our right a nice wide berth. And we're going to hop down onto the canal area and scoot along to our right and hop back up the other side. And we are now within the confines of the club. There is our next target, Agent Swan, and he's going to come over to the area we've just passed and have a cigarette. And there is also a propane cylinder in the area. So we're just going to make our way around to the edge where the canal is here, and that will give us a clean line of sight with the propane cylinder, whilst at the same time hiding us from most people. And once our target is in position, we're just going to wait for the other gentleman to move away a little bit. And once our target goes to light his cigarette, we can put 2 bullets into the propane cylinder and send him into that rather murky water. So that just leaves us with our final target, and for him we are going to require a change of disguise, and we are going to be waiting around for a while. So we're just going to go and take care of the delivery guy. That was rather lucky, suffering the punch glitch, but it didn't affect us. We're going to take his motorcycle keys, or his moped keys, and that will be our exit. We're going to drop him around in the dumpster provided, using as much of the outside edge of the area as possible to minimize anyone seeing us. We're going to make our way into the biker hangout. I'm going to take out this camera as well in case I forget it on my way out. And we're going to head into the biker hangout warehouse area. Now in here we have Agent Lowenthal, and he's about to start a phone call with the food delivery company. And once that phone call ends and he moves away, we can make our way into the warehouse. We are going to have to wait for him to vacate the area completely, and then we are also going to have to wait for the one lone patrolling guard in this area to make his way into the center of the room, and he will then be out of range of the camera that you can see just moving around on the edge of the screen there. So here he comes now, and once he gets into position, we can then get behind him, and we're going to render him unconscious. We'll leave his gun where it is, we don't need to worry about that, it's only his outfit we want. We're going to drag him around behind these boxes here so that he's not discovered, take his outfit, and then we're going to make our way up the stairs to the overpass. So through the doors, all the way up the stairs, I think it's a couple of floors, and we will then be able to have a nice clear view of our final target, Agent Thames. And we need to drop an item on him. Now we have 2 opportunities with which to do this. There are the bricks right next to us, and as he is over by the moped, way off in the distance there, we'll use the concrete cylinder being dangled from the crane. So once he's finished his cigarette and he starts heading back this way, we're going to put 1 bullet into the floor underneath the concrete cylinder. That will get his attention, and when he comes over to investigate, he will be directly under that cylinder, and we can then drop it on his head. So we're just going to hit the winch there, and that will release the cylinder and eliminate our final target. So all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and because we have the moped keys, that will be our nearest available exit. So we're just going to head straight down off of the roof and down onto terra firma. This is where I've managed to take out the camera, otherwise I would have forgotten it earlier on. So there we go, 1 more subscriber contract taken care of, and we have confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. we had no objectives to worry about, and we gain ourselves a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.